It's hard to believe that the V20 debuted this time last year, but alas, the wheels of time have turned and now we're getting a sequel that doesn't much represent its past. Meet the LG V30, a phone clearly following the lineage of the V line in many ways and not so much in others. Hey everybody, it's Nick from Android Headlines, and today we're getting a hands-on look at the LG V30. LG has gone back to its roots of small bezel designs, and this time around have something brand new to an LG-made device: a curved OLED screen. Because of this, the phone looks inordinately like the Samsung Galaxy S8 and actually resides somewhere in between the regular and plus-sized Galaxy S8 models. This display is actually the same ratio as the LG G6 launched earlier this year, a very wide 18:9, yet its 6-inch display fits in a device that's only marginally larger than the G6, which featured a 5.7-inch display. The LG-made P-OLED can reproduce 148% of the sRGB color space, proving LG hasn't slapped just any old OLED in here and called it a day. Rather, they're using the expertise they've developed in the TV and smartwatch OLED market. It is, of course, fully HDR compliant too, which goes hand in hand with the new camera sensors we'll talk about in just a minute. The secondary screen that the V series has become known for is completely gone, instead replaced by a slide-out bar. Calling up this bar works much in the same way as it would on Samsung's Galaxy S7 Edge or the S8 line, but visually it looks identical to that second screen that many have gotten used to on the V series. It also functions identically to that second screen, with the added advantage of being able to actually drag it around the main screen instead of it being physically stuck at the top. The second screen was always one of my favorite features about the V series, and I'm quite happy with this change, as it keeps the convenience of the shortcuts and additional options that second screen brought, all without having to reach all the way up with your thumb to use it. The V30 is also curved on the back, a stark contrast to the flat sides of the G6, and even has a higher screen-to-body ratio. This new body is still MIL 810G rated, even though the body is covered in Gorilla Glass. Without straight up doing drop tests, I'm not ready to say this would be quite as durable as the other V series phones, but LG assures us it's rated for more than just your usual everyday situations. It's also IP68 water and dust resistant, something the V series has traditionally not been, but it no longer carries that hallmark removable battery from the rest of the series because of it. This glass back is a little more slippery than the metal back of last year's V20, although the phone feels significantly more svelte, not just because of the change in size, but also because of that added curvature. There's still a 3.5mm audio jack too, and LG is including that amazing quad HiFi DAC in all models, unlike the G6, which only got it in some regions. A Snapdragon 835 chipset bumps this spec up from the G6, however, it still features the same 3300 mAh battery and 4 gigs of RAM from the G6. Thus far in the preview cycle, we've not seen much of a difference in battery life between the V30 and the G6, despite the V30 featuring a larger screen and faster chipset. That's pretty awesome. LG is keeping the camera game at 16 megapixels for the main sensor and 13 megapixels for the sensor behind that wide-angle lens. LG has significantly upgraded the lenses this time around though, and it isn't just bumping the f-stop to 1.6, which is the lowest f-stop we've ever seen on a smartphone, but it's also including an entirely new lens design promising brighter, more crisp images than ever before. These new sensors are 10-bit HDR capable as well, meaning full HDR video recording out of the box without tweaking modes or having to toggle settings. They've also bumped up the camera software game quite a bit too, and while the V series has always been the champion of manual photography and videography when it comes to smartphones, LG wasn't content with leaving it just at that. LG has always positioned the V series as a nod to content creators, and as a result, the V30 includes some improvements specifically designed for creating better videos with less effort. Point and zoom is a new zooming method that works more like an auto-tracking camera might, allowing you to select a specific spot on the viewfinder to zoom into. This is done in a smooth, animated fashion too, not just an instant zoom as we're used to on most smartphones, and helps create better-looking transitions in the shot without effort. LG has also tacked on a new mode marketplace called Graphy, giving users a way to download additional cinematic modes in a marketplace designed specifically for that use. It's not a new concept to the industry per se, but the focus here is certainly different from what we've seen from other manufacturers before. Following this are enhancements to the filter effects, called either Cinevideo or Cine Effects, which allow you to choose from 16 different color-graded presets before filming, sort of like as we saw on the V20, as well as open up a whole new host of tools for cinematic filming experiences. LG has Video Studio, which makes cutting and editing videos right on the phone an easy experience, alleviating the subscription-based models for those willing to work on a phone versus a full-fledged video editing suite on a computer. About the only disappointment at launch might be the fact that it's only running Android 7.1 Nougat, not 8.0 Oreo, and as a result, doesn't really look any visually different from the V20 or the G6 right now. It's possible that LG is cooking up a big update for Oreo when it lands in the V30, but for now, it's a pretty similar feel to the G6 in many ways. At the very least though, this is certainly looking to be a serious contender for Smartphone of the Year. We hope you enjoyed that hands-on and will subscribe to us for more IFA coverage. Chat with us on your favorite social media network, and don't forget to check out AndroidHeadlines.com for 24/7 tech news coverage. Thanks for watching, and until next time.